a sneak live video at about quarter after 3 a.m. Atlantic time in the province of New Brunswick. And I just got home well, I didn't just get home. I've been home for maybe about 40 minutes or so from St. John. And if you saw the video the other night, that I was very excited to do this show in St. John. Well, let me tell you, it was one for the record books. I don't know what any of us suspect going down. I was excited to go down and play with my buddies and see my buddies in Riffium. There were a lot of people that I hadn't seen in the scene, like because I haven't been part of the scene. I kind of crashed with my disease, my arthritis, and I had to pull myself out of everything. Um, Even though I've been suffering through my arthritis even through all that, but it just got really bad, and so I withdrew from the scene, and I just kind of dropped everything, and I wasn't part of the music scene anymore, and so I hadn't seen a lot of people, and so the documentary crew was there. They showed up, and I don't know what they expected to happen, but they were just blown. They had such a fantastic time tonight. Like, I'm just so happy how everything went, and like, the crowd was absolutely, like, they didn't really say it beforehand, like, hey, a documentary crew is going to be there. um, but we had, posters up going in and stuff, but the people were absolutely fantastic. Some, like, in the mosh pits, they were like forming barriers around the camera guys and camera girl, like, to keep people like a buffer so that people wouldn't hit them and stuff. And yeah, it was just fantastic. I can't wait to see the footage that they got. And the band that I played with, Riffium, the first song I think I kind of mangled a bit, but it's all right. I mean, it was a hard song to start, and it was a little bit of a worry going down. And yes, I'm outside. And I'm coming inside and get to see Kitty, who's running around like crazy, because she's like, "Hey man, you were gone all day, so I was sleeping, and now you're home, and now it's time to go crazy for a couple of hours." And anyway, so yeah, it was just I did the songs with Riffium, and the song that we ended with was one of the Wasteland Zombies songs, which was written in 1993, and just amazing that these guys would pick up one of our songs and cover it. So to be able to do that with them was Katie's got the zoomies. That's why I'm keeping it in this way, so you don't have to look at me and watch the cat go crazy while Cheap Trick blasts in the background. I've been, no offense to Riffium, no offense to Riffium, but I've been listening to their songs like back to back on a playlist because I've got a really bad memory, and I had to really try and get them. I think I talked about listening to it. Anyways, so I've been listening to their stuff for a while, and so I came home and I was like, I gotta listen to something different. And yeah, so anyways, back to tonight, absolutely Christy. So Riffium, we finished the song, which is a cover by my band, and then like a couple of minutes later, there's like almost a citywide blackout. Like, we thought we blew the breaker inside the building, and then people are like coming in from outside. They're like, no, it's not just the building, and like where the venue is, you can kind of see out. St. John is on the Atlantic, and it's a port city, so like you can see the docks and stuff, and they are like blacked right out. And we were laughing because like on our chat that we had before going down and getting ready for this and stuff, we were like, yeah, pumping each other up, like, yeah, we're gonna destroy the panic room, and we're gonna shut the city down, and it's like this is like the massive power outage. And then the power came back on like probably about 15 minutes later, which is good because there was still another band after us. And while it would have been cool to end with that like power outage and it shut down the show, and you know, but it was great that Jorn got to play, and the cat is just going crazy. Anyway, so I just wanted to do a little live. I was just getting kind of unwinding because it's yeah, even though it was an hour's drive back, it was a high energy night, and again, it just turned out absolutely fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to see what the footages the documentary crew got. I don't know how the sound's going to be because yeah. Anyways, the sound will be what the sound is, but you will see what the scene is like where I live. That was one of the things the night before last night. Kind of getting a little nervous because I got the documentary crew, and like, this venue is a venue, metal.
like hard metal, not just like rock and roll. Rock and roll bands can play in bars around here, but metal and hardcore punk and punk, they can't, and it's very hard to find a venue. So this guy that's been doing this for 10 years, putting his own money into it, and also just from donation, it managed to go through COVID and all that stuff. And yeah, it's a testimony to the struggle. That's what I looked at as, like, it's not like there's no stage, there's no major cool PA, there's no awesome lights. It is what it is, but it's not anything about that presentation. It's the fact that the bands that are playing are just absolutely fucking amazing. Um, I used to think, between the West Coast, like the grunge scene and what we had back here, like, I mean, there's so many amazing bands back here. And yeah, it's cool because I'm hoping I'm going to be able to talk about some of those bands in this documentary that's just starting. And I'm hoping, I know Jared and the team are going to walk away from last night just like, we did not expect that. I'm betting that's what I'm going to hear, because yeah, it was wow, and it really worked well, and they were really happy, and so yeah, I'm just super happy. So I'm going to try and unwind the cat and go to bed. I hope, and I'm going to be really sore. I'm already sore now. It's a sacrifice that I do. It's adrenaline. The music moves me, and it always has. And yeah, it'll be documented and it'll be documentary. So it's still crazy that that's gonna happen, but it's actually happening. It has started. So stay tuned, folks.